I'm Ted Berg for SNY.TV, and this is Know Your Enemy, presented by Pepsi Max. The Yanks welcome the Blue Jays to the Bronx for a series beginning tonight, so calling in to chat with us is Andrew Stoeten from DrunkJaysFans.com. Stoeten, how are you?
I'm doing all right, man. Thanks for having me.
No problem. Let's talk about the Blue Jays. What's going on with Edwin Encarnacion? When did he become the best hitter in the American League?
Well, I don't know if he's quite the best hitter in the American League, but he has had a terrific year. He sort of made some changes to his swing. You'll notice last year he one hand kind of left the bat when he would swing through, and then he's keeping two hands on. They made a little mechanical adjustments. And basically since the end of last season, he's been fantastic.
So are the Blue Jays bringing on guys who are one mechanical adjustment away from being awesome hitters? Or are they just having sort of a two-example, small sample size run of good luck with that?
You could even argue that with Colby Rasmussen might be a third, because he's another guy they made adjustments with who's been fantastic. But yeah, I mean, that seems to be the thing that they want to do. They're not afraid to bring in guys that they think they can make better, and I'm sure luck has a lot to do with it, but they've certainly done well in identifying those guys and getting them to make the changes that are needed.
The flip side of things for the Blue Jays, and it's important as you look at making changes in the trade deadline coming up, they're above 500, but they're sitting tied for last place. How do they approach the trade deadline like that?
It's tough. I mean, I think they're too far back to think of anybody who's just a one-year rental, just for the last couple of months of the season and going to be free agent, especially because of the way the CBA works, and they won't get draft pick compensation back. But they have such a deep farm system that they've built since Alex Anthopoulos took over. They have a lot of prospect capital that they could spend to maybe get somebody like a Matt Garza or somebody like that who could help them not just this year but next year as well. And I think that's sort of the way that they're looking.
Well, you mentioned Garza, and it brings up the pitching. Let's talk about the pitchers in this series. Staff has not been good in general. Henderson Alvarez going tonight, a guy who just steadfastly refuses to strike anybody out.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's weird because he throws very hard. He's got a great sinker, but he's just an extreme ground baller. He doesn't have that the breaking ball to get the swing and miss. And he's kind of home run prone too. So he had some good success early this season, but the luck dragons have caught up with him.
Brett Cecil is a guy we've seen before. He's had more success in the past, but this year he's not been so great.
No, he hasn't, and he wasn't great last year. He went down to he actually went all the way down to Double-A this year to start the season because he hasn't been throwing as hard as he was when he first came up, and he's sort of changed things a little bit, but I don't know. He's a fill-in guy at this point, basically, and we're sort of crossing our fingers on that one.
And finally, Wednesday starter Ricky Romero has struggled all year after such a nice breakout season last year. What's happening for him? The command has really been the problem with him. He isn't throwing first pitch strikes, and that's sort of disrupting the rest of his the rest of his sequences. Last year's numbers looked really good, and I think that there was a bit of an element of luck in them that he sort of outpitched his peripherals. But I don't think he's as bad as he's looked this year. And the last couple of starts have finally started to be a little more encouraging. I think they were probably his best two starts in the last couple of months. Andrew, thanks so much.
Thank you very much.
Remember, for all the latest Yankee coverage, be sure to check in at itsaboutthemoney.net and chat with other Yankee fans throughout the series at NYYFans.com.